Hey, Black Boxing, coming to you with another video, man. This is I guess it's the recap of Cavaliers and Warriors, man. It's more than that, but I'm gonna start off with that first. The Warriors up 2-0. It just beat Cavaliers 132 to 113. I mean, it's kind of like the same narrative, man. Look, Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant, they did their thing, man. LeBron James got his points, but he, disappeared in the fourth quarter. I'm just being totally honest. I mean, and when you did see him, he was passing the ball a lot. And LeBron James, he definitely do that from time to time. That's one of the biggest knocks when people mention LeBron James, you know what I mean? And that's the reason why a lot of people don't like the comparison between him and Jordan, you know what I mean? Because Jordan will want the ball in his hand. A lot of times LeBron James kind of just become very, very passive. I mean, he just want to pass the ball every time the ball is in his hand. He's nowhere near the... a lot of times he's not nowhere near the rim, man. A lot of times he don't even go past the damn three-point line. He's looking to pass the ball. I know there's one play in the fourth quarter before he sat on the bench, which was like 3 minutes left. I mean, in my opinion, I believe he could have did something, but whatever. He decided to say forget. I know some people going to look at it as they're losing, they're down, they're going to lose this game, so they're going to pack up and go to Cleveland so they can have a shift for change, but you really can't do it like that, man, But anyways, he was on Klay Thompson. He had the ball. And, he could have backed Klay Thompson down and scored a shot. But he ended up passing the ball. So, I don't know, man. It's sometimes basketball, and I'm basically done with the recap, man. Cavaliers won, all right? Well, one thing I'm going to say about, I'm primarily a boxing channel. And the reason why, at one point in time, I was a true sports fanatic. Football, basketball, baseball. And of course, boxing. And the other sports, I kept an ear to it. Even though if I didn't watch it, I watched the other sports time to time and kept an ear to it. So, even if the conversation was brought up about tennis, golf, I can at least, even hockey, I can at least, converse about it. You know what I mean? I can at least hold my own. But as I gotten older, boxing is the sport I stuck with because first and foremost, it's like it's one-on-one competition, and the reason why I got away from like basketball and football primarily is because everything started becoming stat driven. Every other play. Every rebound, every assist, every shot, every field goal, every punt, every pass, every run play, every receiving yard. Y'all catch my drift. It has become some type of history, even in this game with the Cavaliers and the Warriors. Stephen Curry get his first triple-double. This is his first triple-double in finals history. LeBron James, he got double digits assists in the first half. That's the first time in history, or that's the most in history. This is his 8th triple-double. In the finals. He's tied most in history with Magic Johnson. Y'all catch my drift? Everything is about numbers now. It sickens me that every time, I'll give an example. Tom Brady throw a pass, then you look up underneath it. You know what? He just broke the record for the most completions in the game. That shit get old, man. Yes, history and everything like that is meant to be broken. But dude, every other play don't have to be a history lesson, man. That shit gets on my nerves. Like, that's why I really just stopped watching the sports for real. Like I started getting perturbed about that. Like I'd be really like, all right, we understand what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to say, you know, these guys are all-time greats and all that. They broke all the records, and like I said, records in history is meant to be broken. But you can kind of say that after the game. And I just get kind of like upset about it. I know it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like a recap, but it's also the reason why I kind of stopped watching the sports, man. And not only that, man. I'm not saying boxing not rigged, but all these sports rigged as fuck, man. You know what I mean? And I don't even mean to put like a damper on anybody, but that shit get old too, man. You getting tired of watching rigged up ass shit. Like last year, Warriors up 3-1. Nobody have ever came back after being up 3-1 in history, but the Cavaliers magically did it last year. Get the hell out of here. This is shit that don't happen like that. Even when they played OKC last year, the Warriors, they was down 3-1, and guess what? The Warriors came back. Come on, man. Golly. Like, shit like that just don't happen. You know what I mean? You really see shit just don't happen. But I guess it's kind of like my rant for the night, man. Watch the game, here and there, man. But I'm not really into watching this shit no more like I used to. You know what I mean? Now, I'm a fair weather fan if you want to go, a casual fan if you want to call it that, and the other sports, man, besides boxing. I might watch the little playoff games, or the finals, or the Super Bowl or whatever. But I'm not putting on my time and effort and watching these guys play. And then playoffs come along, and you just see some foul BS. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, one more history. The Warriors 14 straight games. That's another history. They didn't lose in the playoffs, and they haven't lost as of yet. So that's another record. Everything is a record, no matter what somebody do these days. So anyway, man, what y'all think of Cleveland gonna do once they get there, man? You think they gonna put up a valid effort, or do you think the Warriors is gonna sweep this series, man? It's K Black Boxing. Signing out. Like, comment, subscribe.